Saturday, April 18th. Heyo, we're here on a Saturday breaking down the first four games here of the NBA playoffs. Full slate today, one after another, kind of March Madness style. First one goes at 1 p.m. Eastern on Amazon. Next one up 3:30, also on Amazon. 6 o'clock on Amazon, and then the 8:30 night game on ABC. Welcome in to another episode of Droppin' Dimes, brought to you by Better and Green. Guys, going to get right into the games here. We have four to break down. Only 10 minutes to do so, so I'm going to skip all the promotions. As always, we do like subscribers, likes on the video, comments below. We really do appreciate it, guys. If you enjoy the content, please help us out. Let's get right into it. Toronto Raptors, the 5th seed in the East, and the Cavaliers, 4th seed in the East. This game being played in Cleveland, the 1 o'clock Eastern start time. 8.5 is your spread. 220.5 is your total here. I really don't have much on this game, guys. Not a game I'm going to bet. One that I will indulge in and see if I can find a better play in game two. Simply put, I think the line's right, 8.5. I don't want to lay that with the Cavs. However, I do think the Cavs win the series probably in 6. So it's just a very even spread, very tough game here. In my opinion, I would maybe look for an under, just because I think it'll be a slower start to this game, maybe a first half under. But guys, for the official play on this game, and again, not one that I'm going to end up betting, I'm going to lean the Raptors to keep it a little bit closer than 8.5 points. So again, I do think the Cavs win the series. It gives me a little bit of pause, but I'm going to lean with Toronto here, plus the 8.5. Again, just the slightest of leans, but really no strong opinion on that game. Next game up in the West, we have the 6th-seeded Timberwolves, the 3rd-seeded Nuggets. Nuggets at home, 7-point home favorite, over 232.5 for this one. This is going to be a great series. Honestly, probably the series in the first round that I'm most excited about outside of the Pistons. But I like the Timberwolves in this game to keep it within the 7 points here. Now, the Nuggets, probably easily the third best team in the West, obviously being the 3rd seed, but behind Oklahoma City and San Antonio. I think they definitely clear the Nuggets, but the Nuggets, clear everybody else. That being said, I do like the Timberwolves here. I would almost put the Timberwolves as the 4th best seed in the West. Anthony Edwards should be going today. Going to be a great matchup between Ant and Jokic. But yeah, the Nuggets, I think they're going to be a very public team. This team is just rolled to end the season. Haven't lost since March 18th, so over a month now at this point. Do I think the Timberwolves pull off the outright win? I don't know. I think it's going to be close. But I think 7 points is just too many to be giving to this Wolves team. Now, Minnesota this whole year, very inconsistent. I had some success betting on Minnesota early in the season, and then really kind of stopped looking at betting on this team just because Ant was kind of in and out all year long. And even with Ant in, this team's effort really just kind of dipped at times, and it was very hard to tell when you were going to get a good effort from Minnesota or when this team was going to lose by 30, 40 points. So obviously we're getting a good effort here with Minnesota. In this matchup, they've been to the Western Conference Final each of the last 2 years. It's a veteran team, a team that's been here before. Obviously, same with the Nuggets. But yeah, I just think defensively there are still some holes there for Denver. There's some offensive firepower here with Minnesota. I do like the Timberwolves to keep it within 7. Not sure if I'll end up playing that one, but definitely a stronger lean than that first game. Next game up, guys, back to the East, the 6th-seeded Hawks at Madison Square Garden, playing the New York Knicks, the 3rd seed. Knicks 5.5-point home favorite, over under 217.5. Yeah, this one, I don't love either, but I'm going to slightly lean with the Knicks in this one. Now, I do think the Hawks could make this series interesting. That being said, last year in the East, in the first round, the Pistons made the series interesting with the Knicks. Honestly, probably should have won that series. Ended up losing in 6. Couple of tough breaks there for Detroit. My opinion, some officiating down the stretch there, but I think the Knicks, they got punched in the mouth last year against the Pistons. Like I said, almost could have, should have, would have lost that series. I think they respond here with more of a dominant effort in Game 1 against the Hawks. Now, the Hawks, a younger, hungry team. We saw this team struggle early in the season, traded their superstar, Trae Young, and miraculously got way better after that. They finished the year very strong. In March, they only lost 2 games. In April, they lost 3 out of the 6, but as the 3 of the last 4, and they were kind of locked into their position, so I don't really put much stock into that. I think this Hawks team is young, hungry. However, they are inexperienced. Knicks, after getting punched in the mouth last year, early in that series, I do think they respond here at home. It's a big game for the Knicks, and I think they do end up covering this 5.5-point spread. But again, not one that I'm super in love with. I do like the West games a little bit more today than I do like the East. And our final game, guys, the 8:30 Eastern start time on ABC. We have the Houston Rockets, the 5th seed in the West, against the LA Lakers, 4th seed. The Rockets are 4.5-point road favorite here, over under 208.5, and I do like Houston in this game. I think it's a very short price. I'm just not very impressed with the Lakers. I know they turned it on late, really kind of catapulted themselves into a top seed, a top half seed in the postseason. But this team going to be without Austin Reeves. I believe Luka Doncic is still going to be out. Public loves the Lakers. They always do. They're going to see you can catch points at home with LeBron, the Lakers. I do think it's going to be a very public play. I think Houston's way better here. I really do like this Houston team. I know they kind of didn't play up to their potential this season, but I'm a big Şengün guy down low. Reed Shepherd, great player. Get a lot of production from Amen Thompson, obviously Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith. I think there's a lot of talent on this Rockets team, a lot of experience on this Rockets team. And honestly, when LeBron at this age, I think they just need Luka Doncic here to really compete. I just don't think LeBron can really put it all on his back, and I think that's going to be what he is going to have to do here. I just think the Rockets, they'll spread the floor. I think they're just overall, position by position, way more talented right now than the Lakers. The line is showing you that, obviously, being a 4.5-point road favorite. Multiple possessions here for this Houston team, but I ultimately do like the Houston Rockets to advance in this series. Again, I think Lakers are going to be highly public in this game. Lakers are always a public team, so yeah, I like the Rockets here. I think they give the Lakers a lot of trouble on their home floor. Maybe look to come back with the Lakers in Game 2 if they do drop this one. But yeah, I like the Rockets. I will have to keep an eye on the injury report, see Luka's status, and just make sure everyone's in for Houston. But if I do have a play in the NBA today, it will likely be on the Rockets. So, guys, that will wrap it for Saturday's episode of Droppin' Dimes. Quick recap, slight lean to the Raptors, plus 8.5, Timberwolves, plus 7, the Knicks, minus 5.5, and then the Rockets, minus 4.5 as your best bet. 1-0 in the playoffs after cashing with the Suns last night. Pretty easy winner there, so looking to keep that going. NBA playoffs, one of our best subsets in betting, so really looking forward to it, guys. Thanks for watching. We should be back tomorrow for the Sunday slate. Pistons are playing, so got to be here to break that one down. But thanks for watching, guys. Good luck tonight. Until tomorrow, we will see you for another episode of Droppin' Dimes, brought to you by Better and Green.